everybody, welcome back to this operation on consolidation of positions on Sicily, which is ironic enough because I'm in a squad here with my buddy who's in an Italian main. His link is in the description below if you want to check out their channel. We'll be flying the F3, F2 today. And see what we can make happen. Yeah, I think I'm having difficulties there. Alright, we spotted a P-36 off by their self. See if we can get up there, make an attack. Doesn't seem like we're closing the distance quickly enough. May decide to skip on this and not chase. I see that I've gotten some new subscribers. I appreciate you if you've subscribed. This is a bit of an oddball channel, so I mean, I do mostly Warthunder video, but I do reserve the right to every now and again upload something different. And since my gameplay is so bad, I usually give out a random commentary. I've decided to turn around and he's decided to go in, but look, dude is 4 kilometers away. We're not catching him. And so you never know what it's going to be about, but I would like to forewarn you that it is the ramblings of a peculiar person. I tend to look at things from a different angle, I guess, than a lot of people, but similar to some. I'm not saying that that's good or bad, but I can have a way of sometimes being inflammatory or offensive. And I don't want to give offense, so I don't mean to. If something I say offends you, well, I'm sorry about your feelings, but I just have to give my opinion on things, which may or may not be right. I'm literally just some guy. And probably not qualified to open my mouth, let alone have words come out of it. So, I mean, there's that. I don't take myself too seriously. And also, I can't aim. I totally fudged my chance there to get good guns. Just for a couple of hits and being like extra thirsty. I'm slowly improving my aim. Like, how did I miss all that? What the heck, bro? Now I'm just out of pocket spraying while I'm completely pulled off. Oh lord. Well, this is the quality of gameplay that you're gonna get from me. So it's gonna be low quality video, audio, and mediocre commentary. I love flying with Chris. He's very comforting. Usually with people in their lives, it's like I'm the father figure or like the big brother. But like with Chris, it's like he's the big brother that I didn't get. Because I do have brothers, but they didn't turn out in any kind of way that I would like to discuss in public. Love them, but I don't see them. We must be at high altitude because we're giving out contrails here. Usually I would give more and better commentary than this, but I guess I'm just been on a slight kick of being below cheerful, which is odd for me because usually I'm a pretty sunny person. But one thing that I promise to do is to not sugarcoat things, not lie about things, and do the same thing with, the gameplay. I show the good, the bad, and the ugly. And with life and occurrences and existence, pretty much nothing's off the table as far as I'm concerned, as long as I maintain the decorum necessary for public society, But I had a crazy experience yesterday, being Monday. This video will probably come out on Wednesday, and I'm recording the commentary Tuesday. The price of staying one day ahead on uploads so that you can make sure to upload every day. But it was around midday Monday, and I live in a bedroom, right, that has a sliding glass door, and that looks out on the backyard where I live. It's like a ranch style house, so, postage stamp, but still some space there, 20, 30 by 80, something like that. And either way though, I looked out, and if you know me, you know that we have some chickens. We started with 6, and over time, some of them passed away, and we've gotten to 2 that seem to be rather sturdy, and they've made it quite a ways. Well, I mean, we have them for eggs, but sort of I hang out with them sometimes by letting them out of their cage, and they, follow you around because they like to be around something taller, because that's what makes them feel comfortable. And so I have to say, I suppose that I am probably more attached than you should be to something like that. And when I looked out in my backyard, I saw 2 huskies who belong to my neighbors, who are so cool that they don't think they need to put their dogs on a leash, even though they escape and run away all the time. Well, usually you keep chickens in a coop locked away, but I wanted to do something nice for mine, so we put up short fences at the extremities of our backyard. So that they could come outside at their own free will and ramble around like they like to do, and peck at the ground and feel a little bit freer than their coop, which is not small for 2 chickens. And so these huskies were jumping the fence into the backyard. Well, I immediately went out my front door and around the corner of the house, and by the time I made it out into the side yard going to the backyard, one of the dogs was running away with my chicken in its mouth. It's made me kind of really upset, I guess, to say the least. I mean, I don't have any violent anger about the situation or anything like that. I'm not going to do anything to anybody or do anything about it. But I wonder if that's good or bad, that I feel that way. I'm sort of detached from it because it traumatized me that much, and not necessarily so much as the death of the chicken, but that someone else's inability to control what they're supposed to control if they want to keep, to just invade my space and make off with a living creature that, I've sheltered and protected for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years now. We've had this chicken for quite some time. So it's not like, you know, a casual acquaintance of 6 months. um, we feed them every day and water them and clean them up after them and let them in and out of their cage, so you know you see them every day. You guys leave in the comments below, how angry should I be? In the state where I live, I don't believe that I would have the right to actually use, you know, lethal force on an animal. So that probably would not have been a solution. Oh man, that sucks. They just ran into each other. That probably would not have been a solution. And hard for me to drum up the words today, you know. And if you know me, you know, usually I'm not like that. I'm like Donkey. I'm the talkingest damn thing you ever saw. I view this thing that has happened to me recently in 2 ways. One, I failed in my duties as a man to protect that which was under my care by not being fast enough or violent enough. And 2, God is showing me that even if I'm careful, if you're not extra vigilant, the big dogs can come into your yard and kill what they will. Let it be an object lesson for people who live in comfort and live in a place where they think that there's no danger and there's no fear. It could happen to you. Something could happen to you just like that. Honestly, I am kind of surprised that I'm getting this bent out of shape over a chicken, but it's literally less the chicken and more how and why it occurred. Because I would never be so loose with something that was my responsibility to cause this to occur to someone else, and that's the real mortification for me, because I was raised by people who were very strong on you must behave in a way that is good and respectful and nurturing of all of your neighbors and the people around you. Failure to do so is, you know, gives you a bad name in the community, which was very small when I was growing up. I suppose if you lived in another country, say you were from Europe or something like that, I could imagine that you look over here and see America as basically a barnyard full of barnyard people. And it is kind of like that in some places. Most cultures have mores, you know, taboos, folkways, things that they follow for tradition. And with the birth of modernity and the internet, a lot of the American traditional pathways and folkways, mores and taboos have been shifted. It's like the taboos have become accepted, and the mores have become out in the open, and the folkways have been abolished. It's kind of weird. We have a country full of people who are raised on their national identity. Say anyone born before 1980. And that national identity has been moved out of the spotlight or focus of the populace to be replaced with a bunch of weird policies that don't actually benefit anyone but are racist as heck. That's just my opinion, though. If you have made it this far, I appreciate you for watching. Especially people who tune in to get the good news and maybe get cheered up or something, because maybe sometimes I can be funny, I'll get back to there again. It's like that old R.E.M. song, everyone hurts, everyone suffers. The point of that is to suffer while you suffer, so that when you do have a good moment later down the line, that you can enjoy life again. I feel like myself, I've just kind of lost the flavor today. And honestly, Monday, yesterday, I was feeling a lot better. I had a good weekend. I got to play games with my friends. Got to have some good long conversations that were, stimulating, which is not something that I get to enjoy very often. I'm bad at small talk. I can't do small talk or insignificant things. With me, it's always what's in the depths of your soul, what drives you, what fractures you, what attracts you. Like, I like to get absolutely mentally and emotionally intimate with every person that I meet. It's just in my personality to do so, and I do so in the hopes that I could understand them better and or do any kind of thing to add to their happiness or their understanding or take away confusion. I just give them the genuine attention that I would like from another person. Maybe because I was lucky enough to have some kind of a healthy attachment model in my childhood, so that I'm well adjusted enough to do that sort of thing. I'm not exactly sure. Dang, Chris. Bro came in like winging a prayer. That was... Oh, look how close I get. My aim. I just wish that I could hit some shots. If I could start hitting shots, I'd be bad. I'd be terrifying at this game. My maneuvering is okay, but still can't hit shots. Either way, if you have made it this far, what's in the depths of your soul? Hopefully something good. Whatever it is, it probably deserves to be loved more and noticed more and nurtured in a way that doesn't occur in today's modern society. Everyone needs to go outside and do something with their hands, or take off your shoes and walk with your feet bare outside. You need to go away from walls and buildings and cities. Just spend, even if you have a half an hour, even if you only have 15 minutes, go to where you're surrounded by trees. This is just my personal spiritual advice for everyone. Maybe you're not religious. You can be religious and believe in God without it being old white man Jesus, There are a lot of religions on the planet, and you could subscribe to any of them. That's just my professional personal advice, since I'm a person for a living. But I do super appreciate anyone who has been watching me flip my plane again. If you enjoy this kind of content, or you get anything at all from this, or just want to connect with other people and play the game, join the Discord below. Check out the links to some of these other guys' YouTube channels, and consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment, sharing the video with your entire family tree. That all helps, but most importantly, I hope you have a good day and you don't let anything get you down. Everything is gonna be alright, man. This is County Check, signing off, and we'll see you on the next one.